Arsenal nil, Manchester City 2. Am I sad? Yes. Am I depressed? No, not really. Have you guys even seen Arsenal in COVID? Do you know what we're dealing with now versus what you were dealing with back then? Life could be much worse, guys. I'm telling you, there are Spurs fans celebrating on the street for a relegation battle that they lost 3-0 at home. Life could be worse. It's fine. But regardless, when it comes to the point, we are competing for 4 trophies this season. Carabao Cup was the final yesterday. Whatever. This was the least important trophy. Out of the four, this was fourth in our ranking for what we're competing for. Would you have liked to win the game as an Arsenal fan? Of course, we like fucking winning games, right? We don't like winning trophies. That's our problem. No, but jokes apart, we would have loved to win this game. But we need to understand it's still the most irrelevant trophy out of the four. I'm not discrediting the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Carabao Cup competition, but at the same time, if we don't win, we need to fucking learn from it. So here are a few takeaways that I think would help us build momentum for the upcoming games of the season. We still have a 2 fucking good month period of where we need to do shit to actually become champions of something at least. Throughout the season, we've had at least one of these three players in the lineup consistently. Martin Odegaard, Eberiche Eze, or Mikel Merino. Yes, we've mostly seen Odegaard and Eze replacing each other in the lineups and Merino lesser. When it comes to Odegaard, he builds momentum. He takes the ball from our own half, our own third, to the opposition third. Wherever it's slowly, it's his own momentum. It's the way he likes to progress the ball, but he's doing something. He's creating something and he's taking responsibility of the ball and making shit happen for Arsenal when it comes to attacking. Yes or no? It might be slow, it might be fast, better or worse sometimes, but yes, he was taking the responsibility and he was a prime ball carrier and ball making happen something. Yeah, Martin Odegaard. Then we have the loose cannon, which is Eberiche Eze. He comes in, he does something that other players are not expecting. He'll shoot from somewhere, he'll play a pass that you won't expect. He's our wild card. He's our jack of the fucking deck that we have. Yeah, you don't know what to do. He's our joker, not jack, my bad. But when it comes to Eze, in big games, he shows up. He has this hunger for, he's like bloodthirsty when it comes to big games. He wants to rise up to these occasions. That's a player that we didn't have yesterday. He was injured. Then we have Mikel Merino.
And I turn a 6 upside down, it's a 9 now.
Any of these three players, I'm not saying the result would have been much more different, but I'm saying we would have had a better fight. Next up that I want to talk about. Now, interestingly, the main discourse that people are saying is Kepa is the reason Arsenal lost that Carabao Cup final. Now, hear me out. Here's why I think Kepa deserved to start, which I think 90% of Arsenal fans agreed till he made the mistake. This guy has been playing the competition since the start. Every game he's played decently. I'm not saying he's the best keeper in the world. He was a good goddamn backup goalkeeper. Has he had his fuck-ups in Carabao Cup finals before? Yes, we've seen it with Chelsea before, hand in hand. He didn't even he refused to be sub out. Happens. Arrogant dude. But this time, he's earned Arteta's trust. He's earned Arsenal's trust to start in the Carabao Cup final. James Trafford also started in the Carabao Cup final. People would have slandered him if he made the mistake, and Kepa made the mistake. Obviously, Kepa is prone to mistakes. That's why he's being slandered again. And I was like, oh, you need to win a trophy. You need to give your players redemption. You need to give your players a feel. If we're playing in 4 competitions and my backup keeper wants to start this one game, let him start. He makes a mistake. Okay, life moves on. I don't want Kepa to be the scapegoat of this Arsenal performance. There were 11 players on the pitch. None of them had done enough for us to guarantee a win. It's as sad as that. They've played well throughout the season. They've done well throughout the season. But when it came to the final, they did not perform. So I don't want to pinpoint it to Kepa. Are you telling me if Kepa... Okay, cool. Braya was there. We don't concede that goal. Does the game go to nil on and we win on penalties? Maybe. Is that a win you need as an Arsenal fan? You want to win your first Carabao, like you want to win your first cup final, 0-0 in penalties. This is not helping our narrative. Okay, we really need to look at ourselves and see that, okay, this is where we fucked up. Okay, Kepa starred, whatever. It's fine. People were saying our distribution was impacted because of Kepa. I get it. To some extent, I get it. Raya would have had better distribution. We'd have probably created 1 more chance. 1.5 more chance. Who's finishing it? Who's taking accountability for finishing it? That's the life I'm saying. I don't want our players and team to be divided and look at Kepa like, fuck you, we lost the final because of it. We didn't. He made a mistake. It's life. It's Carabao Cup. Happens. At the very least, this result helps us explain what's wrong with this Arsenal side and where we're lacking. It's like a final nail in the coffin of where we're lacking. And I'm going to make a statement which I don't think any Arsenal fan, fuck, all opposition fans are going to be on our side. Any Arsenal fan can also disagree. In the last 10 years, as much as I remember, or last 15 years probably, this is probably the worst attack of a PL team that's potentially going to win the Premier League. We have a worse attack than Leicester City's PL winning team of Riyad Mahrez and Jamie Vardy. That speaks volumes. On one hand, I'm so glad we're still winning the Premier League. I hope we are. I think we are. I'm so glad. But at the same point, it's a bit concerning. I would not want to see this happen again. Do you understand? Considering the fact that I'm not blaming the attackers. We do play in a style where we're spreading across the goals, like, an early Man City used to do before Haaland, where they'd spread the goals across the team, except we're not scoring enough or playing well enough. But yeah, it's somewhat like that where we're spreading out the goals. But at the same point, I'm partly blaming the attackers. They've not done enough. Our defensive side, our midfield side has done enough this season for us to be where we are in all 4 competitions. We reached a Carabao Cup final because of our spine, because of our backbone, because of our anchors in the team. We have Gabriel, we have Rice, we have Zubimendi, we have Saliba. Our all 8 defenders of ours objectively would have been better than City's defenders, like best 4. But yeah, it just doesn't win you all games. It might win you a war, like the Premier League, as we've seen. It's working in the Premier League. Whatever the league is, however we play, we're still on top. And with 9 points to go, maybe we are doing something right in the Premier League. The next point I want to get at is, as much as I love Bukayo Saka, I'm an Arsenal fan. I fucking support Arsenal, guys. I couldn't make it more obvious. He's been our star boy. He's arguably been our best player since COVID. That guy deserves the bench. As simple as that. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying this has not been his season. Look at Martin Odegaard. He was our fucking captain. When he was not performing, Arteta made the call of benching him. Now what that did was, it let our depth players such as Eze, Marino, whoever, get more starts and get the confidence. Okay, I've been training harder. The player who's playing right now, he's not making a change. Let me have a shot. He gave them the shot. Eze performed against Spurs. Eze performed against Leverkusen. He's picking up form, and he usually picks up form in the second half of the season. Great. Marino's injured. Unlucky. But the best part of Odegaard's benching was Odegaard himself playing better. When you bench a player, you kind of like put this fire in a player, especially who's been so used to being the captain, the center of attention at Arsenal, being benched. He's lost his world. Like, where the fuck am I? What am I doing? In the start, he'll struggle to find form. But then he'll realize how much each opportunity means. Every 15 minutes when he's on the pitch, what can he do? He knows his talent. He's one-footed. He knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He'll make the most of it. Against Newcastle, we saw it. He fucking flipped the whole game. We were losing 1-0. We won 2-1 due to Odegaard's performance. I'd solely give it to Odegaard's performance and Gabriel's header. Against Spurs, already winning, he comes on, first time ball to Gyökeres. He's been complained about for taking too long to play ball. He played it quick. He's learning. Bukayo Saka has not been given the chance to come off the bench and introspect where he's going wrong. He's seemed like a very one-trick pony this season. Every defender has a read on him. Every defender knows what he's going to do when he's cutting in to take a shot, when he's crossing. His deliveries from corners, okay, they've been fine. But where is that magic factor of Bukayo Saka that we fell in love for, bro? Do we get to see that if we see Bukayo Saka fucking playing 50 games a season? I don't think so. He's tired. He won't want... So, knowing a player, psychologically, they'll never say bench me. They'll be like, I want to fucking play every game. Even an injured player wants to play the game. It's the manager's choice to understand who needs rest, who needs to be outside, and fucking think, what's going wrong? How can we help Bukayo Saka? I'm not saying fucking throwing him out of the club, bro. He's one of our best players on his day. But it's not been his day. Fuck, it's not been his month. It's arguably not been his year. When do you realize to give the players off the bench more chance? You look at Madueke. The only difference I see between Madueke and Saka this season, both of them haven't had output. As simple as that. But Every time Madueke gets the ball, his one mission is to fucking drive forward and get closer to the goal and make something happen. Will he do it? No. If Saka is converting 60% of chances or making 60% of chances, Madueke is doing a 40%. But the time Saka makes one run, Madueke is running at least thrice. Our attacks are much faster when Madueke is running. He's actually doing more in the amount of time we're getting. Okay, we might create 5 more chances than Saka. The quality might be almost slightly worse. I won't say it's so much worse, it's slightly worse. At the end of the day, it's slightly worse. But it's more chances, you're getting more corners, you're building momentum, you're scaring the defender you're playing against if you're running at them constantly. If you start doing that, you play him on the left, he's ineffective. He's not a left winger, he's a right winger. You can't try Madueke on the left. He's been ass on the left. On right, at least he's been doing something. You have Max Taumann on the bench. Obviously, it would be unfair for Max Taumann to be bought on 2-0 down. He has the world at his feet, but not so soon, guys. Not so soon. I completely agree with this decision not to play Max Taumann. Madueke, 2-0 down. You've put him on, fair. Why have you left Saka on? He's still struggling. You need to understand that Saka needs a break. Saka needs to figure out the way he dribbles, figure out the way he approaches attacking, because he's been figured out. It's as simple as that. The second problem in our attack, Kai Havertz. Been injured throughout the season, can't really blame him. Even if he's not injured, 8 out of 10 times he still misses that chance. Because that's Havertz. He's a shadow striker. He's not developed his finishing yet. What are we expecting from Havertz? Why are we expecting that from Havertz? Gyökeres is another case where I feel like I'm not going to blame the player, okay? I think we're just starting to see his ceiling. He really needs to have stuff on a plate for him. If he does, he'll smack the ball in. There's no doubt, bro. He'll do it, bro. But can he do much more? Can he do much more for the team? He's trying. At least he's trying. That's the only thing. We have a lot of triers, bro. We don't have a lot of winners. That's a bit scary. But the second thing that I see a problem with is we aren't used to being in a situation where we go 1-0 down. This season, roughly out of the 60 games we've played already, we would have gone down max to max 3 to 4 times this season. And if I'm not wrong, we've lost a good 80-85% of those games. It's not a thing we're used to dealing with. We can train for it, but it's not something we're match ready for it. You know, our players always have been comfortable protecting our goal and taking the lead and securing it. But when we're back, it's tough to find solutions on how to get on top again. Now, this is something I would recommend. If Arsenal, it's a fucking interesting story. Right? Just try it once, For 2 games, the next 2 games, Arsenal give the opposition a goal in the first 5 minutes. Do it however you want. I want to see Arsenal scrambling and struggling in the start. Goal marna. We want to fucking go ahead. We need to see that from Arsenal. We need to see them come from behind. Pause. But it's something I'd like to see because it'll help us in situations when we're going to be there. Fucking create your own problems. We've done it before. Let's see how we recover. I want to see more of that. Please don't lose the games in process. But I don't want to see 1-0s. I want to see 2-1s. I want to see 3-1s. I want to see fucking 4-1s. I want to see us give a goal and then see how we can cope against it. How do we come back? What are the solutions we're applying? Because this is a situation I'd like to be trained in, or I'd like to see my players trained in. Biggest thing we've learned today is when you need to win battles, you need a superstar. It's as simple as that. We saw it yesterday where even when Man City were 2-0 up and Ryan Shirky started doing keepy ups, Pep Guardiola was not having any of it. But he swallowed his pride. Fuck it. He's a young kid. He's a baller. He's gonna act cocky. Let him. At least he's gonna make a difference on the pitch. That's why they bought him. They have Ryan Shirky. They have Anton Semenyo. They have Haaland. They have Bernardo Silva. They have so many creative technical players who are taking the game by the balls and saying, I want to fucking win. Our team wants to win. Our individual players are not going like, fuck it, I want to be the main character and I want to win this game. We don't have an individual player with so much ego, as Blue Lock would put it, to win a game or to be the person to win the game. No one wants to be the hero in our team. Gabriel wants to be the hero. How many corners can he score? Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, Ryan Shirky, Lamine Yamal. All of these players have a bit of ego to them, have a bit of thing where they want to change the game by themselves. It's a fucking selfish trait to have, but it works. They feel that they are better than the players on the pitch. They have that ego that they're better than the 18 players on the pitch apart from them. They'll play like it. They'll fucking show it. They'll fail. Sometimes they'll fail. That's life. But these big games are when they step up. They fucking die for the shit. Eze dies for the shit. Eze was injured. Life. But I don't think he's a big enough star to be put in the conversation of Lamine Yamal, Mbappe, or this thing. And why? Why shouldn't we have a player like this when we're reaching a point where we're competing on all four fronts? All four fronts we're competing in: Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Cup. We're competing on all these fronts. We need more than one star player. Fuck it, we need at least one star player who's getting us the stats as well. Considering the fact that if we don't get this star player, I see like this side reaching a ceiling. Maybe we have another Premier League on us. Maybe we scam another Premier League where we scrape past our defense, our midfield gets us through. We manage to get some games out. We play the football we've played. We get the Premier League. Great. That's also a title. A lot of clubs don't afford to get to say that. There are 20 clubs competing. Our club wins. Great. Brilliant. I'm happy. How do you win knockout competitions? You need to have attitude. You need to be fearless. You need to literally have the game be like, fucking hell, I am Lamine Yamal. I am Ryan Shirky. I step up to the occasion. I love the headlines. I love the light. And you know what happens? When they don't perform, it's players like Nico Riley that show up. When Haaland, when Semenyo, all of these players you've locked down, you're like, okay, we're not going to let them do anything. Then it's your secondary players who are not stars, who are good players, which Arsenal has a lot of, shine. They come out. Okay, you've blocked this. Semenyo, Shirky, Haaland, everyone's focused on the end. I'm the left back. I'm going to fucking make a run. Who's looking at him? Bukayo Saka's not marking him. Why they're not marking him? They're all focused on the stars. So when you have a star, either they shine or they let everyone around them shine. That helps. You cannot let a team of good players. Our team objectively is 7.5 to 8 out of 10 players. 8 out of 10 rated players. All of them get equal attention. No one is being pinned specifically because no one individually is making enough of a change. And that's the sad reality. That's why I would request, if anyone in Arsenal sees this video, anyone who supports Arsenal, please push for Arsenal to sign Kwicha Kvaratskhelia. That guy is going to change our lives, guys, if we somehow get a player like him. If we have a superstar in the making who's won the Champions League, who's fucking shut Chelsea up, our fucking rivals, every fucking game he's played. We need players like this. These are the players that live for these occasions, that fucking die for these vacations, bro. We need Quaradona. We need the Georgian Maradona tonight, today, to now, as expression says. To now we need him. But yeah, other than that, please do not get derailed by a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Cup. Fuck it, we lost, guys. It's fine. Learn, yearn for the trophy. Go for it. The PL is literally one hand of ours is on the PL. Don't let it go. The Champions League, anything can happen. We have a good route. We have a good team. Someone please be a superstar. Just wake up and decide that you're the main character tomorrow and please be a superstar. If it's Bukayo Saka, because I know as much as I've said, he's still going to start. It's the reality. I don't think Mikel Arteta and I think the same, but he's closer to winning the Premier League than I am. So I'm going to trust him on it. But Bukayo Saka, you know you got this. Fucking start playing like a superstar.